Uh, Now, welcome to week number 3, Form 1 worksheet. And my name is Mr. Zabron Ernest. I'll be taking you through this Form 1 worksheet, week number 3. So let us begin. I'm going to make sure that this session or this video should take somewhere around 1 hour or somewhere less than 1 hour. All right, so now let us begin. We have question number 1 here. Question number 1 says, evaluate each expression using the values M is 7, R is 8, T is 2, and we are given this expression here, which is 5m minus 6. Now 5m minus 6 means 5 times m, which is 7, minus 6. Before you subtract, you have to multiply. 5 times 7 is 35. When you minus 6, this will give you somewhere around 29. See that? So 9 plus 6, 15, carry 1 plus 2, 35. So the answer here will be 29. 4m plus 2, 4m plus t will be 4 times m. But m is 7 plus t, t is 2. This will be giving you 4 times 7 is 28. Plus 2, this will be giving you 30. So you write somewhere here 30. Rm means r times m, and this will be giving you r is 8 times m is 7. So 8 times 7 will be giving you somewhere 56. And here you'll be writing 56. Keep going, m times r. So m times r will mean m times r. When you divide by t, this will be giving you, let me check, m is 7. So m is 7 times r is 8. Divided by t, t is 2. So this will be giving you 7 times 8 is somewhere around 56. When you divide by 2, you'll get somewhere around 28. So you write 28 somewhere there. Question number 2 is find the missing term in each equation. You are given this question, 10x minus 8x. This is 2x. Now plus 2 plus which number here will give you 2x plus 12. Now here what we need to do is just comparison. That 2x on the left-hand side equals to 2x on the right-hand side. So what is missing here is 2 plus which number equals 12. So what is missing here is 2 plus which number equals 12. So in that case, it will be 2 plus 10. And you can see that 2 plus 10 equals to 12, and it is this number they are looking for. So the number which is missing here is 10. So you write here, the missing number is 10. All right, keep going. We have 5a plus 10 minus 3a plus which number here will be giving you 4a plus 10. Right, correct like terms, 5a minus 3a. This makes you 2a. Now plus 10 plus a certain number here should be giving you 4a plus 10. Now, if you can notice, plus 10 on the left-hand side is also plus 10 on the right-hand side. So this case is well balanced. What is missing is 2a plus which number equals 4a. So what will be missing here is 2a plus which number here, equals 4a, equals 4a. So in that case, 2a plus another 2a is when you'll be getting 4a. So the missing term here is 2a. This is what misses here. This is what is missing here, 2a. Let us check. 5a minus 3a is 2a. And 2a plus 2a equals to 4a. But positive 10 and positive 10, they're the same. So there is nothing missing there. All right, so you can try to pause the video and try part C. Pause the video and try part C, but otherwise, let us proceed. Okay, let us try to proceed somewhere here. All right, here you go. 10x plus 2 plus a certain number here, minus 3 plus 5x equals to 22x minus 1. All right, so let us try to delete everything so that I can have a clear space, a clear space. Okay, I think this space will be more than enough. So 10x plus 2 plus a certain number minus 3 plus 5x equals to 22x minus 1. Okay, if I check very closely, what do I see? I can see that 2 plus negative 3 equals to negative 1. 2 plus negative 3 equals to negative 1. So in case of these numbers without a letter, they are well balanced. What is missing here is the item containing x. Is what should be here. So there we go. So this will be 10x. That will be 10x plus a certain number here, then plus 5x. The answer should be equal to this 22x. Now 10x plus 5x is 15x. Now 15x plus which number gives you 22x. So in other words, it's the 22. In other words, it's this 22 minus 15x. So the answer gives you 7x. So in short, we say 15x plus this missing number, we got it, is 7x. So you can see that 15x plus 7x, that gives you 22x. So the missing number here is supposed to be this 7x. 7x is the number which is missing. Let us try to check. 10x plus 7x, that is 17x. 17x plus 5x gives you 22x. And 2 minus 3, the answer is negative 1. So the missing number here was 7x. You can pause the video and take some notes on this. Okay, let us keep going. Otherwise, let me erase somewhere there so that I can get a space for question number 3. Question number 3 says, find the value of z in each problem. Z is here. So we are supposed to find the value of z, meaning that the 3a will be shifted to the right-hand side. The negative 2 will be also shifted to the right-hand side. So in other words, everything will be shifted to the right-hand side, leaving z exposed on the left-hand side. So shifting will change sign. This is positive 3a. As it goes there, it will become minus 3a. Negative 2, as it goes there, will be plus 2. Negative 6, as it goes there, will be plus 6. So 8a minus 8 will remain the same, except positive 3a will become minus 3a, and minus 2 will become positive 2, and negative 6 will become plus 6. And then here you collect like terms, giving you the value of z. So z will be equal to 8a minus 3a will be equal to 5a, and negative 8 plus 2 plus 6. You can see that 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So any number plus 0 equals the same number. So here in part A, z equals to 5a. See? I hope that is clear. You can pause the video and then copy the working. Right? Otherwise, let me try to erase everything here so that we can keep going. Now, B, find the value of z. B, z is somewhere here, negative 2z. Z is containing negative 2. So negative 2z will be left exposed on the left-hand side, while the negative 12 will be shifted on the right-hand side. The positive 2y will also be shifted to the right-hand side. The positive 4 will also be shifted to the right-hand side. So negative 2z will be left exposed at the left-hand side, and therefore 2y plus 8 will remain here, but the negative 12 will become the positive 12. The positive 2y will become the minus 2y. The positive 4 will become the negative 4. So negative 2z, if we make one more step, will be 2y minus 2y. Collect like terms here. 2y minus 2y. And a number minus itself equals 0. Then you do 8 plus 12 is 20. 20 minus 4 is 16. So any number plus 0 equals that number. So negative 2z will be equal to 16. Let me check. 2y minus 2y is 0. That will be 20 minus 4. That will be 16. So now to find the value of z, we need to divide by negative 2 on both sides, leaving z alone. That z equals to positive divided by negative is negative. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So z equals 8. So part B here, you simply write z equals to negative 8. Show the working. This is the working, because without working, there's no marks for that. Right? I hope that helps and is understood. So let me continue with the next part. Now this question is A, B. Let me start with A. Simplify the following expressions. Negative 12, n plus 7 in brackets. How do we simplify that expression? Will mean expand the brackets. This will be negative 12 times n is negative 12n. Negative 12 times positive 7 will be negative 84. So in other words, to simplify this will mean simply expand the brackets. Expand the brackets, in other words. A is done. Let me do B. B is negative 6a plus 3a minus 2. And the instruction is to simplify. Now, to simplify means we have to expand these brackets by keeping the positive number, but we usually keep positive 1. We usually keep 1. So this becomes negative 6a. Positive 1 times 3a will be 3a. Positive 1 times negative 2 will be negative 2. Upon collecting like terms, we end up getting negative 6 plus 3a will be negative 3a minus 2. Now, this remains the final answer because 3a minus 2, you can't further simplify it. All right, so that is done. Let me check the next questions. All right, so part C is here. The continuation of question number 4. Still, we move on with the same instruction, which is to simplify. Now, remember what I said, if there is no number, let me try to zoom this. We have 8e minus 6n. Can you see that there is no n number? So you'll be keeping 1. You'll be keeping 1, and therefore it becomes minus 1, then open brackets, 6 plus 3n. You see that? So then you continue by opening the brackets here. So it will be 8e minus 6n. But when you reach here, it will be negative 1 times positive 6. So this will be minus 6 or negative 6. Then negative 1 times positive 3n. This will become negative 3n. 8e is around, so there is no any like terms, which is alike with 8e. So 8e remains there. Negative 6n and negative 3n together, they form negative 9n minus 6. This will be your final answer because you can't subtract 8e and 9e or subtract 6 because this is containing e, this is containing n, this is not, this is containing no letter, it's just a constant term. So this C ends here. The answer for C ends there. So you can pause this video and start recording or start kind of taking the notes so that you can have something to submit. Question number 5, here we go. Let me erase everything here so that we can have a clear space. Expand and simplify. Let me try to zoom. We have x minus 6. We have x plus 5. This, I guess, is zoomed in nicely. So what we do, in between this pair of brackets, in between here, there is multiplication sign. Now, how do we multiply from here? You take this first term here, which is x. We'll have to multiply all this, x plus 5. And again, the minus 6 will have to multiply x plus 5. So one more step, x times x will become x squared. X times 5 will become 5x. Negative 6 times positive x will become negative 6x. And negative times positive 5, negative 6 times positive 5 will be negative 30. So upon collecting like terms, these are the only like terms which will form x squared. 5x minus 6x will be negative 1x minus 30. Or you can simply write, ignore the minus 1, ignore that, you can write minus x minus 30. This becomes the final answer for this question here. I hope that helps. Then you can move on. Now, number 6 is, here is an expression. Here is an expression. Okay, so this question is incomplete. Needs more information. So you can cancel that or you can skip that question. Question number 7 is to match the word problems to their answers. You are given the word problems. All these are the word problems. You can see we have how many word problems? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 word problems. Okay, so against these 9 problems, we have the answers. We have the answers here. See? We have the answers which have to be matched with these word problems. Okay, so what do we have to do? Let me first work out these word problems. I have to work out these word problems, all these word problems. Okay, let me try to work out. Write an equivalent expression for 5x plus 8 minus 10. This you do as how I have showed you. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 8 is 40. You minus 10. The final answer becomes 5x plus 40. 40 minus 10, the final answer becomes 5x. 40 minus 10 is 30, so 5x plus 30. That is the final answer for word problem number 1. Word problem number 2, write an equivalent expression for 2x plus 6 minus 8. Same thing, you do 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 6 is 12 minus 8. You continue one more last step. This gives you 2x. Then 12 minus 8 is 4. So it will be 2x plus 4. This becomes your final answer. Write equivalent expressions for 2x minus 2 plus 4. Here you collect like terms. 2x remains as 2x, but negative 2 plus 4, negative 2 plus 4 will be positive 2. So this is the final answer. Write equivalent expression for 3a plus 15. 3a plus 15 will remain as 3a plus 15 because you cannot simplify this. Okay, Rose says the two expressions 8, 10a minus 4 plus 5a and 5a minus 12 are equivalent. Is she correct? So we need to do first. 8 times 10, we need to work out something. So 8 times 10a, 8 times 10a is 80a. 8 times negative 4 is negative 32. Then plus 5a. Now 8a plus 5a, 8a plus 5a will be 85a minus 32. So this is the final answer. Now compare 85a minus 32 and this 5a minus 12. You find that they are not equivalent. So the answer is no. So the answer here is no. So we'll be checking which answer matches to no from here. And we can just fix this B because the question is to match. The question is to match. So we can just fix that here. The answer is, Rose said that the two expressions are equivalent. Is she correct? No, she's not correct. So the letter which corresponds with no is B. Write the letter that matches the problem. So the letter there is B. All right, Sam says the two expressions. Okay, there is another question which needs a yes answer or a no answer. So let me try to do it. Sam says the two expressions 4 times 6a minus 4 plus 8a and 16 12a minus 1 are equivalent. Is she correct? Okay, so we do the same thing. 4 times 6a is 24a. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16 plus 8a. This will simplify to 24a plus 8a. That will be 32a, then minus 16, okay? So this, its final answer is here. Now this 16, 2a minus 1, we have to open the brackets. 16 times 2a, the answer is 32a. 16 times 2a, the answer is 32a. 16 times negative 1, the answer is negative 16. Do you notice that this expression 32a minus 16 equals this? So is she correct? Yes, she is correct. Now, do we have a yes answer? Yes, we have. It is here. So which is the letter for yes is H. So this you can just end up writing H. Question number 7, an equilateral triangle has a perimeter. An equilateral triangle has a perimeter of 9x plus 27. What is the length of each side of the triangle? An equilateral triangle has a perimeter of 9. Okay, they are talking about equilateral triangle. So let me try to draw an equilateral triangle somewhere here. That this side and this side, they are all equal length, and we can call it, this is A, B, C. All right, so the question says, number 7, equilateral triangle has a perimeter of 9x. What is the length of each side of the triangle? What is the length of each side of the triangle? So let us assume that the length of each side of a triangle is L. So since this is equilateral triangle, so since this side is L, even that side will be L, even that side will be L. Now, since they're talking about the perimeter, perimeter is adding all the sides, L plus L plus L. But this perimeter is given here, is mentioned. An equilateral triangle has a perimeter of 9x plus 27. 9x plus 27 is the perimeter for this shape. Okay, now 1L plus 1L plus 1L, this makes 3L, where L stands for the length of each side of this triangle, which is equilateral triangle. So that will be equal to 9x plus 27. Because the question is asking for the length, L. So I need to divide by 3, I need to divide by 3, I need to divide by 3, leaving L exposed. So this will be 3x plus, this will be 3x plus 9. So the length of, what is the length of each side of the triangle? The length of each side of a triangle will be 3x plus 9. Got it? It's here, 3x plus 9. Okay, question number 8 is also talking about equilateral triangle, has a perimeter of 30x plus 15. What is the length of each side of the triangle? Okay. The same question, what is changed is this. The perimeter is changed, but same question and same concept. So if you did not understand number 7, so number 7 and number 8, they use the same concept. So here we go. An equilateral triangle has a perimeter of 30x plus 15. Okay, so this is an equilateral triangle, meaning that all the sides are equal in length. So if this side is L, that also, all the sides will be L. So the perimeter will be adding all the sides, meaning L plus L plus L will give you the perimeter which is mentioned here. The perimeter is 30x plus 15. So the perimeter is 30x plus 15. Now L plus L plus L makes 3L equals to 30x plus 15. To find the value of L, we need to divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. That will leave L exposed. And this gives you 30 divided by 3 is 10x. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the answer to that question is 10x plus 5. So here you write, what is the length of each side? The length of each side is 10x plus plus 5. This is what we have. All right, question number 9. Question number 9 is a rectangle is 4 times as long as its width. One way to write an expression to find the perimeter would be 4t plus 4t plus t plus t. Write the expression in another way. Write this expression in another way simply means simplify that expression. That means collect like terms. This will be 4t plus 4t is 8t, plus 1t is 9t, plus 1t again is 10t. So this is the other way of writing that expression. Now, because the question is to match, the question is to match the word problems to their answers. Now, let me check the answers themselves. If the answers are also not simplified, we need to simplify. Okay? So quickly, let me check the answers if they are simplified. Okay, let me start with answer in part A. It is not simplified, so I need to simplify by opening the brackets here. So this will be 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 1 is positive 2. Probably let me change the color, make it a little bit red. Okay. So this will be 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 1 is 2, so that answer simplifies to that. This no is done. Now 3x plus 3 has to be simplified by opening the brackets. This will be 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is 9, so that stops there. 5 times 2x plus 1 will be 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times positive 1 will be 5. Also this, we have to expand the brackets. This will be 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 6 is 30. So that stops there. Then you have to carry on with 3 times a, 3a. 3 times 5 is 15. Keep going. This is 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. This yes answer was done. 10t remains 10t because there's no choice. There's no way we can simplify 10t. 10t remains as 10t. Now let me try to match. Okay, question number 1. The question is match the word problems to their answers. Write the letter. We'll be writing only the letters. Okay, question number 1, we got the answer 5x plus 30. 5x plus 30, then we have to check if 5x plus 30 appears here. 5x plus 30, yes, we have, it is here. It's there. So then we have to write the letter. The letter in this case is E. So the letter in this case is E. Right, carry on. Question number 2, 2x plus 4 was the answer. 2x plus 4 was the answer. Checking. You have the similar answer, 2x plus 4, yes. And in that case, the answer or the letter to that answer is G. So simply you write G there. Question number 3, we got 2x plus 2. 2x plus 2, yes, the answer was A. So you write A. Then question number 4, the answer was 3a plus 15. 3a plus 15 was F. 3a plus 15 was F. So write your answer is F. 5 and 6 were done. So 5 and 6 were done. BH. Let's go to question number 7. Question number 7 was 3x plus 9. Do we have 3x plus 9? Yes, we do. The answer is C. So right here, the answer is C. Question number 8, the answer was 10x plus 5. Checking if we have 10x plus 5. 10x plus 5, do we have that answer? 10x plus 5. 10x plus 5. 10x, yes, we do. We have, it is D. 10x plus 5 is D. And then last we have number 9, which was 10t. And I guess we have 10t. Yes, 10t was I. So you write I. So now you can pause the video and try to match this question number 7. But otherwise, the answers are as you can see here on the screen. Okay, so can I stop here? Let me try to see if I can continue. How much time is left? Let me look at the timer and see how much time is left. All right, to finish 1 hour or part 1 of the video, I'm left with 24 minutes. Okay, let me push on. 24 minutes is something. Yes, let me, 24 minutes I can do something, okay? Question number 8, let me check if I skipped anything. I guess no. All right, the diagram shows a rectangle of length x and width y. Okay, so we are given the diagram shows. This diagram you see shows a rectangle of length x centimeters. So from here to here is your length x centimeters, and width is from here to here is y centimeters. Okay, write down an equation that shows perimeter. Okay, by definition we say perimeter is, add all sides. Okay, so perimeter is adding all the sides. You know what it means? It means take this side, which is y, add it to this side, which is x, add it to this side, which is again y, add it to this side, which is again x. Collect like terms, this will be 1y plus 1y is 2y. 1x plus 1x will be 2x. So this will be the expression for the perimeter. See that? This looks to be easy. Okay, now write down an equation that shows the length. Okay, write down an equation that shows the perimeter of the rectangle is 65. All right, so let us complete. The perimeter is 65. So we are going to write perimeter, which is 65, will therefore be equal to 2y plus 2x. This is the equation, which you write here. 2y plus 2x equals to 65. This is your equation. Write down an equation that shows the length of the rectangle. The length of the rectangle, which is x, the length of the rectangle, which is x. See that? The length of the rectangle, which is x, should be equal to 4 times the width, which is y. So the equation remains there. The equation remains like that. That x equals to 4y. So here you write x, which is your length, will be equal to 4 times the width, which is y. This is the equation. Use your equations to work out the value of x. Use your equations. Okay, let me see the equations. The first equation was here, was there, which says 2y plus 2x equals to 65. This was equation number 1. Let me check it closely. 2y plus 2x equals to 65. And another equation was this one, which says x is 4y. X equals to 4y. Now, since the question here is use your equations to work out the value of x. We need to work out the value of x. We need to find the value of x. So in that case, take this second equation. Take this second equation here. Take this second equation. And then, after taking this second equation, try to divide by 4 so that you will be able to get here. We need to remove, because the question is use your equations to work out the value of x. We need to find the value of x and not the value of y. So what we need to do is to remove y from this equation and from that equation. So how do you remove y from this equation? Simply take this, x equals to 4y. To remove y, we need to divide by 4. We need to divide by 4 on both sides. Now can you see that y equals to x over 4? Can you see that? Now, once you get y equals to x over 4, then you have to go back to here. You have to go back to this equation. Where there is y, you will be writing that. You'll be writing this one here, x divided by 4. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now, let me go back to the equation, which is 2y plus 2x equals to 65. So go back there. So from here, from this equation, 2y plus 2x equals to 65. Instead of writing this y here, you will be writing x over 4. So it will be 2 times. Instead of writing y, write x over 4. Because that is your y. This is your y. Y equals to x over 4. Right? So your y has been removed. So you are going to remain with 2x there equals to 65. Can you see that? Right, keep going. You can simplify by 2. Here remains 2. This will be x over 2 plus 2x equals to 65. To find the value of x, we need to multiply by 2 here. Multiply by 2 throughout. So that 2 and 2 will cancel. Here remains 1. So 1x plus 4x equals to 65 times 2. That will be 130. Now 1x plus 4x is 5x equals to 130. Now to find the value of x, we need to divide it by 5. We need to divide it by 5. So x will be equal to 26. You can see if 26 multiplied by 5 will give you 130. So that will give you 130. So the value of x is 26. This question was a little bit difficult. So x equals to 26. See that? 26. Oh, let me go to the timer and see how much time is left. To complete 1 hour, I'm left with 16 minutes. So 16 minutes can do some few questions. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Okay. Now here are 2 lines which are of the same length. This line here and this line here. Write down an equation to show that the 2 lines are the same length. Okay, now let me start with this line, the first line. The first line have x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So we have 5 x minus 1. The second line has x plus 8, x plus 8. There are 2 x plus 8. So we have 2 x plus 8. Now, write down an equation to show that the two lines are the same length. That means this length here should be equal to that length. So the equation will be 5 times x minus 1 should be equal to 2 times x plus 8. This is the equation which you simply stop there. Now work out the length of one line. To work out the length of one line, we need to solve for x. Now, do you know what it means by solving for x? Solving for x means find the value of x. So we have to find the value of x from that equation which was formulated. So how do we move from here? We have 5 times x, which is 5x. 5 times negative 1, which is minus 5. That will be equal to 2 times x, which is 2x. 2 times 8, which will be 16. So from here we collect like terms. This will be 5x. Positive 2x will be shifted to the left-hand side and it becomes negative 2x. That will be equal to negative 5 going there. It will be 16 plus 5. 5x minus 2x, this will be 3x. This will be 16 plus 5, that will be 21. To find the value of x, we have 3x equals to 21. We need to divide by 3, we need to divide by 3, and it will give you the value of x is equal to 7. Now, if x is 7, we can use x equal to 7 to find the length of one line. We can use this value, x equal to 7, substitute x equal to 7 in any of the line. In any of these two lines, substitute x equal to 7. So let me substitute it here. X plus 8. So this will be 7 plus 8. So meaning from here to here will be equal to 15. Keep going. X is 7 plus 8. That equals to 15. That means from here to here will also be equal to 15. Now, the length, because the question is work out the length of one line. So the length of one line will be from here all the way up to here. So the length will be equal to 15 plus 15. That gives you 30. So in other words, the length of one line, I have picked this line to be one of my two lines. So the length of that line will be equal to 30. So here you'll be writing 30 centimeters. I hope that helps and is clear. Number 10, this is a semicircular prism, okay. We're given a semicircular prism, and here are the instructions to calculate the area S of the curved surface of the prism. Here are the instructions to calculate the area S of the curved surface of the prism. So we are given a few instructions here. We have a couple of instructions here. The instructions are multiply A and B, then multiply by pi, then divide by 2. Write down a formula for S in terms of A and B. Okay. Here are the instructions to calculate the area S of the curved surface of the prism. So S stands for the area of the curved surface. Now the instructions to work out the area, the instructions to work out the area of a curved surface is take A and B, multiply them. So multiply A and B, so multiply A and B. Then means put brackets. Then means put brackets. So A times B in brackets, then multiply by pi, then multiply by pi. Then means the whole thing you need to divide by 2. Either way how it will work. Then you do S will be equal to A times B is simply AB times pi divided by 2. one more last step will be AB times pi is simply pi AB divided by 2. So the formula for S, which S stands for area of a curved surface of this semicircular prism, so the S will be equal to pi times A times B divided by 2. So there you stop. I hope that is clear. Now that was part A. Let me see if there is a continuation. Yes, there is a continuation of this question. All right, now, here is a formula for the volume V of the prism. Okay, you are given the formula. Here is a formula for the volume V of the prism. So you are given that volume for V equals to pi. Pi here is not mentioned. Pi is not mentioned. Though we know the value of pi is approximately 3.14, but we don't need to substitute pi as 3.14 because it's not given there. So leave pi as pi, So V equals to pi times A is 7.6. B square, B is 9.2 square, divided by 8. So what we need to do is you take a calculator, leave pi as pi, and the final answer will contain pi. So you take a calculator and work out 7.6 times 9.2 square divided by 8. All right, so take your calculator and do that calculations, okay? So you do, leave pi as pi, you do 7.6, do 7.6. Okay, but anyway, because it is a fraction, let me go on direct as a fraction. So to be 7.6 times 9 square times 9.2 times 9.2 square, that is a numerator. The denominator, 7.6 times 9.2 square, the denominator will be 8. Now, 7.6 times 9.2 square over 8, it is equal to, into a decimal, you'll be getting 80.408. See that? So here you write pi times, the answer we got here is 8.408. Let me check it. 87.6 times 9.2 squared divided by 8. The answer is 8.408. Right? So now your conclusion will be 80.408 pi. So the answer will remain with pi. I hope that is clear. Then let me see if I can conclude this. Question number 11. All right, question number 11, this will be the last question. The diagram shows a trapezium, okay? The diagram shows a trapezium. This is a trapezium. The area of the trapezium is 30 centimeters square. A and B are both whole numbers with A less than B. A is obvious to be less than B. Work out one possible pair of A and B. All right, so we all know that area of a trapezium is equal to a half times height, then times the sum of the two parallel sides. But in this case, the area is given here is 30. Equals to 1/2, and the height is also known, is 6. Times the A and B are not given, okay? So we have to figure out the possible pair of what is A, what is B. Mind you, the side A should be less than the side B. Obviously, you can see that. Okay, now how do we move from here? The work becomes easy. Do by 2, 1 by 2, this is 3. So 30 equals to 3 times A plus B. Now, because the task is to figure out, the task here is to figure out what is the value of A and B. So what we need to do is simply divide by 3, so that we can leave the A and B exposed there. So by 3, 1 by 3, this makes 10. So you can see that A plus B should be giving you somewhere around equal to 10. Now, let us try to figure out what are the possible pair of values of A and B. Mind you, A should be less than B. A should be less than B. You can see the diagram that A is shorter than B. So A should be shorter than B. So I can say A can be 2 and B can be 8. When I add those two numbers, I'm going to get 10. So A is 2, B is 8. Now, is it true that A, which is 2, is less than 8? Yes. So this pair is correct. But does it mean that the answers are only 2 and 8? No, the answers can be more than 2 and 8. This may mean, let us try to proceed, A plus B should be giving you somewhere around 10. And remember, A and B must be whole numbers, no decimal. No decimal, according to this question, no decimal, whole numbers, okay? Now, I can say A can be 1 and B can be 9. Can this work? Yes, the answer is 10. See that? So A can be 1, B can be 9. All right, how about the other possibilities? A plus B should be somewhere around 10. How about A is 3, B is 7? Do they give you 10? Let us see, 3 plus 7 is 10. Yes, they'll be giving us 10. Now, does it mean that these are the only solutions? Suppose we say, so here we have figured out that A can be 3, B can be 7. What about when we say A is 5 and B is 5? This answer is incorrect because they said A should be less than B. A should be less than B. Now, another challenge can be, how about if A plus B has to give you 10? Can A be 4 and B be 6? Yes, of course, because 4 is less than 6. So here, my A can be 4 and my B can be 6. Can we carry on? Let us see some other challenges. Can we say that A plus B equals to 10? Can we say that A can be 0 and B can be equal to 10? The answer is big no. The answer is big no. The answer is big no. Now you may be wondering why is a big no? Because you are forgetting that here we are talking about a trapezium. And if A is 0, and B is 10, it means this side here does not exist. So if this side does not exist, it means that it is only this side, and this side will be existing together with this side. So meaning you'll be having something like a triangle and not a trapezium. So A cannot be equal to 0, because if you say A is 0, it means that this side here will no longer be there. So what is going to remain is simply a triangle, something which is against our question. So I hope that helps. Now let us stop here. And this is the end of this worksheet. So bye-bye for now.